Alright, so we have our admin interface complete as far as the display. What we need to do now is connect to our database class and pull in the posts and categories and put them right into our dashboard so we can click on them and edit them, and we can just see the information for posts and categories. Alright, so we're going to go to our index.php file. Just make sure that it's the index.php under your admin, okay, in your admin folder. Alright, so what we're going to do is pretty much what we did in the front end. We're going to basically get a database object. Alright, so we're going to say db is equal to new database. Let's just save that, make sure that it's connected. Alright. So we want to get the posts. Alright, so we're going to do pretty much the exact same thing that we did. I'm going to say posts, we want to say post plural is equal to db select, and we have to create a query as well, so let's do that here. Alright, so the query is going to be select all from posts. Okay, so that creates the query. This will run the query. Alright, so then we'll have this post variable that we can work with. So down here we're gonna what we're gonna do is do a while loop. Alright, so I'm gonna say PHP while, and we only need one of these TDs. Alright, and in here we're going to say while row is equal to posts fetch soc, and then in here we can use that row array. Alright, so we want actually, I'm sorry, we do need those those TD tags. Okay, so the first one is going to be the ID. So we want to echo out row ID. Alright, now I'm just going to copy and paste this. Alright, I think that's one too many. Okay, so ID, then the next one we want is the title. Alright, and then we want the category. And actually, we're not going to use category. We're going to use the category name field. Now, what we're going to do here is I actually need to add to this because we're going to be doing more than just selecting all from posts. We need to join in the categories table so we can actually get the category name, because if we just select from posts and we have row category like I just had, it's only going to give us the category ID. Alright, and I don't want the ID, I want the actual category name to show up. Alright, so we're going to do a join, okay, but we'll do that after we finish this. Okay, so next we're going to have the author, and then we're going to have the date. Alright, and we're going to wrap the date inside of our format function. So format date. Alright, so that looks good. And the title is going to have a link to the post, the single post form where you can actually edit the post. Alright, so we're going to say A. Alright, so this is going to go to edit post.php, and then the ID will be equal to the post ID. So I'm actually going to copy this right here and put that right in there. Alright, so if we save this and reload, you can see that we have a couple issues here. This one is because we haven't joined in the categories table yet, and there's no name field inside of the post table. Alright, we need to actually say join in the category table. And then this over here, undefined index name on line 23. Oh, well, that's the same thing. Yeah, oh, they're the same error. Alright. So let's just add that join to our select statement. Alright, so select all from posts, and then we're going to say inner join categories on, and then we want to link the primary key of the categories table, which is ID, to the foreign key of category in our post table. All right, so we're going to say on posts dot category. I think it's category, or is it category ID? All right, yeah, category. So basically, this column we want to kind of link to. One second. We want to link to the categories ID column. Okay, so post.category and categories.id. All right. And we don't want to select all. All I want to select from the categories table is the name. So what we're going to do is say select posts, post.all. Okay, so we want everything from post, and then categories.name. Okay, so let's save that and see if it gives us any issues. All right. Okay, it's pulling. Oh, I think we just have the formatting set up differently. TH table row. Oh, all right. We need to have the table row tags inside of the loop. Okay, not outside, because that's just messing everything up. Okay, so we just want to make sure we put the TR inside of the loop. Okay, we'll indent these. Alright, there we go. Perfect. So now you can see that it's bringing in the category name, which is in the categories table, not the post table. It's because we joined them together that we can actually get that. Alright, and if you look at the link at the bottom, you can see that it goes to edit post and it tacks on the ID. Alright, so then when we're in that the edit post page, we can actually grab the data from whichever post we click on. Alright, right now it's going to the correct place, but we haven't pulled in any of the info yet. Alright, to put in here. So let's do that. Let's do that right now. Actually, you know what? Let's do the categories first, just so we can get the index page out of the way. We're going to do pretty much the same thing. Alright, I can actually grab it from the other file from the front end. If I go to the index page on the front end, I'm just going to grab this. Okay, so that'll get all the categories, and then basically we just want to loop through just like we did here. I'm actually going to just copy this, paste it here, except we want to change this to categories, and then take off 3 of these because all there is the ID and the name. So the row ID we can leave, and then the category is going to be, I'm sorry, the field here is going to be name. And we want to go to, the link is going to go to edit category, PHP. Alright, so let's give that a shot. Alright, so there's our categories. Alright, so our main dashboard page is complete. So let's go ahead and edit the edit post page. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open that up. Alright, now what we're going to do here, we're not going to actually write the code to insert it into the database yet. All I want to do is grab in the values to fill in, okay, to pre-fill the form. Alright, so I'm going to actually borrow some code from the front end post.php, and I'm just going to grab this whole block right here and paste that in. So it's going to get the ID from the URL. We're going to create a database object. We're going to select all from posts where ID equals ID. Okay, that's good. Post, we're going to get the single row, so basically just the one post. Categories, we still need this because we need to populate the drop down of categories. So all of this is correct. So let's insert the post title. So we want to put it in the value field, which we don't have yet. So we'll create a value attribute, and then in that we're going to echo, post title. Alright, so if we save this, we should now get the title. Okay, so we get our title. Let's click on the other one just to make sure. Okay, so there's the title. Next we'll do the post body. Alright, so that's a text area. So we need to put that in the middle of the text area tags. Alright, the category, basically we want to populate the option field with our categories. So we'll say PHP while, actually I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do this. Alright, so we're going to say while row equals categories, fetch assoc, then we're going to echo out the category names. Name. Alright, let's see what we got so far. So there's our post body. We do have HTML in here. You could do checks if you want to disable HTML, but I mean normally you'd have an admin user that has a login, so usually you would allow HTML if it's an admin entering the data. All right, so on the category, now it's pulling in the categories from the database. But what we need to do is make sure that when we visit edit post, that the correct category is highlighted. All right, so for instance, if we go into this PHP, this PHP conference, you can see it's in the PHP events category, but if I click it, the news shows up because that's the first one. So we need a condition that says if the post category is equal to any of these, then display whichever one it's equal to. All right, so let's do that. So here we're going to say PHP if all right, now to select, I'm sure you know this, but to have an option selected, all you need to do is add on the selected attribute. Okay, just like this. So we want, if it's equal to the one that's selected, then we want to print out selected. All right, but I'm going to replace this with a variable. Okay, I'm going to say PHP echo, and we're going to create a variable called selected. All right, so we're going to say if, let's see, if row ID is equal to post category, then we're going to have selected will equal the text selected. And I guess we should have an else. So we'll have an else here as well. You know what? This is a lot of PHP tags. Let's not do it this way. Let's go. I'm just going to use curly braces. And sorry if that confuses you. So if row ID is equal to post category, then why do I keep doing that? I can't spell selected today. Selected is going to equal the text selected, and then else selected is equal to nothing. I'm sorry, this should be a single equal sign. All right, and then it'll echo out here. Okay, so let's give that a shot. Reload, and you can see that now PHP events is selected. All right, now for the author and the tags, we're just going to add in the value like we did up here. I'll just take this value and we'll just place that in here. Okay, we want to make sure we change title to author, and then down here we want tags. Okay. Alright, so now we have all of our info pre-filled inside of our edit form. Alright, so everything is being pulled that we need to be pulled. Actually, hold on a second. Alright, so we got to do the same thing with the edit category. We just want to pull in the name. So let's just do that really quick. So we need to go to Edit Category. Alright, and basically I'm just going to copy this. Alright, now we don't want to get, we want to select all from categories where ID equals ID, which is going to pull from the URL, and then we're going to assign category, and then down here we'll put in our value. So category name. Alright, so let's check that out. Okay, so now we're getting the name inside of the input box. Alright. Yeah, so this is one more thing I want to do is in the add post form, we want the categories pulled in as well, which right now they're just static HTML. So let's do that. Okay, so I'll just grab, let's see, what do I want to grab here? Actually, I'll just take all of this from the edit post form and put it in the add post form. Actually, I don't need all of this. All I need is the categories. So I can get rid of this. Yeah, get rid of that, and then in the edit post form I'm going to copy this the select field, paste that there. Okay, so now if I reload add post, undefined indexed ID, line 3. Okay, yeah, we don't need this. Alright, so we have our categories. Alright, so I'm going to stop the video here, and in the next one we'll work on actually processing our forms so we can actually add a post in category.